I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine, all right. So, guys, let's start with our introductions. Oswaldo, can you talk a little bit about you, please?
Yeah, for sure. Uh, well, I'm here since last year, June, and started as a host in last year, August. And yeah, I'm here with similar goals like you, try to improve my communication skills, getting more confidence to speak in another English, in that case, English, of course, another language. I'm sorry. Uh, Currently I'm working short deadline project. I was invited 2 weeks ago. I didn't say to you, Carlos. I'm building a full mobile app for an important customer in my current company, and it's gonna be crazy for me because I'm learning a lot of stuff because I don't have a lot of experience with building mobile apps completely, So I'm so excited to work in this project and I can't wait for the next steps. And that's it about me. Thank you.
All right, thank you for sharing, Oswaldo. And what about you, Tanya? Can you talk a little bit about you, please?
Hi guys, my name is Taina. I'm 29 years old. I'm married. I live in Scotland, in the Glasgow city. And I'm here because the English is the language most important in the world, and I want to unlock my language skills.
All right, thank you. Congrats. And what about you, Rodrigo?
Good morning, guys. I'm Rodrigo. I'm 39 years old. I I have been here in Talk and Talk since I think August 2024. It was Osvaldo and Carlos. I try to improve my English every day, every month, every week. In next month, I started my journey as a host. I have a little fear about this, but
Oh,
this
congrats!
this time I think in this I have difficulty in the listening. My more difficult in English in the listening, but I think it is good. The good the good problem for resolve it is understand other people's, but I think in go ahead and I think I need a help in other my colleagues, Oswald and Carlos and other
For
persons too.
sure. You
That's
can
it,
send me a
guys.
message on WhatsApp, whatever you
Yes,
Yeah,
want.
for sure. Congrats. It's a pleasure. And we will see how be a host can help you a lot, because you need
great,
to be in front of camera without shame, so it's really interesting. All right,
great.
that's awesome. And you can count on me for sure. All right, be welcome, Lurian. How are you today?
Okay. Good morning. I'm okay. And you?
I'm fine. All right. Can you introduce yourself, please, Lurian?
Yes. So I'm Lulia. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm a business analyst. I work in the financial area in a company that the main thing of the company is agriculture. And I started this job there are 3 months right now. I think it's completing 3 months in a few days. It's a big challenge for me. I don't know a lot of things about agriculture. It's really different. In my life, I work with engineer, with education, with technology, even in the bank. I worked in 2 banks in my life, but never with this kind of subject agriculture. And that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Lurian. Okay, guys. So I don't remember if I introduced myself, but everyone here know me. Mm, Oh, sorry. Uh, I'm Carlos. I'm host here in Talk and Talk since I can remember, and I work as a software engineer. Those days I'm trying to evolve my communication skills. I want to be a content creator, but just I don't want to be a YouTuber. Probably I want to be a streamer because I like to talk in live, just the way we are doing here. But I don't know why I want to talk. So that's why I didn't start yet. And yesterday I realized I need to buy a new PC. As you can see, my camera is suffering to today, and probably I need to buy a new one. And that's it about me. Guys, today we will talk random questions, okay? And we will use the expression, would you ever? So this means você já fez algo. But please, guys, don't answer just using yes or no, okay? Try to get a full understand about the phrase, about the question, all right? Uh, Let me give an example. The first question, would you ever agree to being cloned? Yes, no, and why? Okay, so say why you agree or disagree with that. Okay, that's the top today. I I don't know if you got the questions, Ludian, because you join us later. So I send the question again on the chat. Okay. Let's start with you, Rodrigo. Can you start with the question number one, please?
Sure. Had you ever agreed to beginning clones? No. I think I think in the I love myself, okay, but having the person equals me is not good idea. I think I have problem, and I think I have problem. Um, in my mind, I think in this the peoples has unity. Me, my daughters, Carlos, Osvaldo, my wife is this unique person, and this clones. I don't believe in this. A good a good thing is because this I believe in this the humans is developing and the making and the specific actions is I don't I don't believe this specific actions is a good thing is creating in life creating other life in the humans I not a good idea for me. That's it, guys.
All right. Thank you, Rodrigo. And what about you, Taina? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think there is a good side to using my clone for what I don't want to do. Yeah, especially to go to work. But yeah, I agree to Rodrigo. I don't think I agree because every human is unique and it could be cause a lot of problems. I think I don't agree with the
Oh,
to do a clone about me.
all right. And what about you, Ludian? What do you think about this? Ludian, are you there?
Yes, I just have a big problem with my headphones today. Sorry. All the time
No
takes
problem.
a long time to deactivate and unmute the mic. I was thinking about this question, like you say, no, don't use just the yes and no. But when you cannot use just the yes and no, I will give you like my point of view that yes, I think science is really interesting, nice, and great to have this power, to just clone someone for me. So if I can be choose to someone to do this for me, of course I would say yes. It would be really nice to have someone like me, and I will see this person growing, at the same time I can see myself. This is really like impressive in my point of view. And of course, after we can use for some kind of activities, like also do this for me and I will do the other thing. So
Like a
always,
younger sister.
yes, like always I said, I need my day has 30 hours or 36 hours. So with someone else, I will just have 48 hours. So this is the reason for yes. But there is a big reason for no that for me is weird in the same time. And I really think I'm Catholic. This is against a lot of things, and I'm special. I'm unique. If someone is the same than me, I'm like there is two of me right now. So I prefer saying no because I prefer to keep special, like unique in this world. But it's that I think the point of how this person will be, like the same personality. This make me be so curious about that's it.
All right, thank you. That makes sense. And what about you, Oswaldo? What do you think about being cloned?
For sure, I would love have someone like me. I'm joking, guys. But to be honest, in this moment, if I have someone like me to work with me in this project, oh man, it would be amazing. I need a lot that. I'm working for a long hours per day during weekends to try to finish this project, but it isn't enough for a while. But oh, I'm joking, okay? I agree with you guys. In one at the first, it would be interesting, like Lurian said, to see myself growing up and yeah, share experiences in this situation would be interesting. But I prefer the way that is working currently. We are unique, and we didn't if we don't doesn't we if we don't have if we have clone, I think the life would be disinteresting. I don't know if this word exists, but yeah, that's it.
All right. So many of you guys don't agree to being cloned, except Lurian. She got an interesting point of view, but I want jump to a hard situation. Let's imagine you had a heart failure. I don't know. You are close to the death in the hospital, and the doctor say, "Oh, we can clone you and get replacement parts. You can use a heart, or I don't know, a kidnap or something like this. Oh, you lose your arm in a car accident. Would you agree to be cloned to get replacement parts? What do you think about that? Let's thinking about the guy, the clone doesn't have a brain or a personality. It's just a body. What do you think about this, Osvaldo? Will be strange to have someone to replace parts of you or not?
Well, I con I'm continue with my thoughts. I think the good mystery of the life is our unique life. So if something like that happened to me, I think that happened. Of course, we don't like, we wouldn't like these things, these happenings, but um yeah, it's the life. I
So,
continually thinking that it's not necessary. Yeah, I disagree about to cloning ourselves.
all right. That's awesome. I was thinking maybe you could change what you
No,
think, oh, I don't want to die or something like this. So
because that
congrats.
I need to live with love, with patience. I think it's the most important, in my opinion.
All right, all right. That makes sense. So let's go to question number 2. Um, Taina, can you start with the question number 2, please?
Yeah, sure. Would you ever date someone with a criminal record? Yeah, difficult question. But if the person regretted and changed the behavior, I don't have a problem with it because everybody make mistakes and we learn through our mistakes. And I don't see problems in being in a relationship with someone with a dark past.
All right, but you could date even the guy, I don't know, did something against, I don't know, a woman, like robbery, or there are kinds of criminal records you should avoid. What do you think about this?
Yeah, no preconception, prejudice. I don't know how to say preconceito. Yeah, I prefer to accept the person and to know if this person change your behavior. If the person change the behavior, I try to accept and to relationship
Right.
anybody. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. And I want to listen from you, Lulian. What do you think about this?
I think my answer here will say no in the first moment because it depends of when I will discover that. If if it's in the beginning of the relation and my boyfriend, he didn't tell this to me, and after I will just discover, like, will broke the confidence I have. So in my opinion, I cannot continue with this relationship. But if I know things from the beginning and I'm seeing that different acts, and of course it depends of the level of the crime, that is, I think we need to consider that too. I don't see any reasons for not continue, I just need to have a truly relations from the beginning. So this is important. So this will say to me if I can trust or not. So it's depend of him actually, and that's it.
All right. All right. That makes sense. And what about you, Rodrigo? What do you think about this?
Yes, because my wife was murdered in the past. It's okay. It's joking, guys. It's joking. I have one question. I have one question.
I say thank you. I would say thank you. Talk and Talk is totally remote
Yes,
right now, you know.
yes, yes. My love is a joking. Okay. Uh, Joking, guys. I have one question about this because first I answer, but I had one question about this specific things. For me, it depends for the criminal records because I think I see some criminal records is more complex. I accept it. For example, criminal records with children, I think is complicated. Have accidents, I think, and have when the person is making these things, the characteristics for the, I don't know this word in
Do
English,
something
but
deliberate. If the
yes,
person do that
yes,
deliberate.
yes, yes. It's a complicated for me because it's okay. Accidents in your in a situation for they have a more strong and a more hungry, okay. But I think in this some situation is making for this time the criminal think is not so good for me. I think it depends the situation. But I have one questions about the Lurian and my friends. If you had a criminal records, do you I think do you tell me your boyfriend or girlfriend in the beginning relationship? What do
That's
you what
that's
do
interesting.
you share this news in your boyfriend or girlfriend?
If you are being charged by a criminal record, you be open to the guy or the girl you are matching, maybe. What do you think about that, girls and Osvaldo?
Luria opened her
I open
mind.
because I believe like I need to do the same that I want someone do for me. So if I have, I'm a I'm a woman of principle of values. So yes, I need to say, of course, uh, it's not just in the first meeting and the first time I will be with the person. Just oh look, I did this, okay. But I think you will have your first meeting, like your first moment after. If you see this is a person that I want to try more, I think you need to have a conversation to continue. So this is my point.
All right. And what do you think about this, Taina? The question Rodrigo made.
What was the question?
He asked if you are charged or if you had a criminal record. I don't know, you did something wrong and you go to the jail, and you are trying to date someone. If you will tell to the other person about your past.
In the beginner, no.
At the
But
first time, no.
yeah, the first time, no. But after, I could say. Because the
Right.
other person needed to accept me how I am.
That makes sense. All right. Thank you. And what about you, Osvaldo? What do you think about
Uh,
everything
Two
related to
good
this?
questions, York and Rodrigo ones. I have a cousin with this kind of past, okay? And currently he is married. And this cousin, I grow up with him in my childhood and teenager one. Um, uh, he is amazing guy for me. I didn't have any problem with him, okay? And currently he works in front of my home. You know, he has a car shop, a mechanic shop. I don't know how the best way to say that. And yeah, I can say for you, I totally agree with Rodrigo. Rodrigo said maturity things about this topic because depend of the context, depend of what happened. And in my cousin's case, it was look like he make a bad decision, not related at human or animal things, all of this stuff, you know. And he learned it. I talked to him about that, and I'm happy to see him. Um, Let me see. Reborn. It's look like reborn, you know. So yeah, I think that's it about the question about the Carlos question. So for sure I would have a date with someone with criminal record, depend of the situation, like I said. And about the Rodrigo, uh, I need to be honest, guys. I have to be honest. When I was searching for a woman for me after my first marriage, I felt like if I had a criminal record when I say that I have two children, you know. I had a lot of situations that a lot of women decide to not to continue meeting, saying something like, "Oh, if you have one child, that's not a problem, but you have two, oh, that's not work for me," or something like that, you know. So I felt like I have a criminal record in this situation by the time. Just it.
All right. All right. That's interesting point of views. And I want to express a little bit about me. Um, I believe people can change, you know. I'm a Christian and I saw many people changing their lives during my life. And but I was a police officer, so it's like both sides of the coin, you know. As a Christian, I believe people can change, but being a police officer, I saw many times people doing the same thing, doing the same mistake, doing the same criminal record, right? But I know guys who are drug dealers and they decide to change and they change his entire life, and now they have beautiful marriage with kids and so on, with a good and a nice job and a good career, and they live their past in the past. But for me, I think I could date someone with a criminal record. As I say, I believe people can change, but need time. All right. People, if it was something recently, I I wouldn't date the girl. But if it was something she did a long time ago and she regret and she is not doing this anymore, probably I will be open to date. But otherwise, I would prefer to avoid, you know, because take time to change a person behavior. That's what I think. And regarding the Rodrigo question, I will be 100% open about what I did and my past behavior. Because when I met my wife, I say at the first date, it wasn't a date. We are just chilling in a barbecue, and I told to her in the first 10 minutes, I'm looking someone to marry. I'm this guy and I do this and I do that, and I'm looking someone to get married with me. And if you don't want to get married or involved, I don't want to date for, I don't know, 5 6 years and then realize, oh, you are not the girl to me. So I'm looking someone to get married. And if you don't want to get married, please don't waste my time. I say this phrase to her, and she said, oh, I'm looking someone to get married as well. I was 21 that time. I know I was 19 years old, and my wife was 21 when I met her, and I say this phrase to her. And 2 years later, we get married. So uh, I know it. This is strange a lot, especially those days. But yeah, that was me. So I'm open, and I don't I avoid to hide. You know, I would like to think if I had some criminal record, I would say at the first time. Okay, so let's jump to the question number 3. Let's start with you, Ludian. Can you read the question number 3, please?
Yes. Would you ever marry for money? And this, I just one answer is no, 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 no. You said, Carlos, about this is weird today. Maybe it's not so common for me. It's not. This is like what I believe too. I spent sometimes in the relationship that I was blind, maybe, and this was so frustrating to me. So if the person who I'm in love with is rich, okay, it's good, it's a plus. But then the first always is my feelings for this person. So I will never just stay with someone just because of the money. I prefer to have a solid relationship and work on this to grow together, and that's it. This is just a big no in my opinion. That's
All
it.
right. That makes sense. And what about you, Rodrigo? What do you think about this?
Yes, simple for me. I married. I talk with my wife about this. My love, where is the dot? Because this I married for 16, 16 years, a long time, and I search my dots every single day with my wife because this is a good
Where
I
is
think
the
it's a good
dots?
idea. Yes, but I don't have my dots. Joke, guys. For me, no. I think the relationship is not creating for a strong equals values. Don't stay for time. Don't stay strong, better for a long time because it's okay. One person have a money, it's okay. In starting, it's okay. They start to live, but if he don't have other sentiments, I think it's not so good. Don't have attractions. Don't have um, loving with the persons. Don't have respectful for other persons. Guys, it's a bad idea because in the future, I think one of these persons is showing the situation and they kill the relationship, I think. I for me it's a bad idea. I don't agree.
All right, thank you. And what about you, Osvaldo? What do you think about this question?
Well, I have a deeply and try. I'm trying to summarize my thoughts. Okay. Yeah, I had an experience with that, I guess. In my first marriage, my ex-wife family had a good financial situation. My ex father-in-law has some builds in a specific neighborhood in my in a city that I'm currently living and but I had a bad relationship with her. I remember I had yesterday I was talking about with my wife. I was with more 15 weight kilos than currently by the time when I realized that I needed some help to change my life. um, Today I have it's hard because I need to rent a house, for example, and by the time I lived in a house that my father-in-law had, so it was easy in these terms, in financial terms, but personally I was unhappy, unsatisfied, and I decided to change my life completely. And today I'm so grateful and happy for the life that I'm living, you know. So uh, I'm for sure that's not a good idea have a relationship because the money. But like Lurian said, of course, if the someone uh, has the uh, oh my goodness, improvement mindset, self-improvement mindset. If someone has this mindset, it's a of course it's a plus. But the most important thing is you um, have a good relationship, deeply relationship with respect and love. For me, those are the most important thing. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you, Osvaldo. And what about you, Tainá?
Yeah, I think the money helps a lot, but it's not everything. But on the other hand, love could be built. So I could marry someone without love, but together you could build a good relationship, like a married in the India, because where they get married without knowing each
Yeah.
other, but they put wise advice in practicing and many marriage working well.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I could marry without love and for money. In this case, in India.
All right.
Yeah.
I will not ask you if your husband know about that, but it's okay.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have money.
Uh, okay, so you get married by love. I know, I know. And I always joke about that because I was a gold digger. I was a gold digger, not my wife. So gold digger means golpe do baú, you know. And because when I met my wife, I was internship and I got $300 per month, and I use part of this money to pay um my motorcycle and put gas on the motorcycle. And at the end of the month, I get, I don't know, $50 to do a date and so on. But my wife was rich and she had his own car. She was a physiotherapist. She had a good job. She was making five, more, 6 times more money than me when I met her. And his father had a company here in the city we live, so she was good of money. Of course, she wasn't something like Neymar or something like this, but she was rich for me because when I was a teenager, I only eat pizza once per year, and she eat pizza every week, and those kind of things, you know. So I do jokes about that. I was a gold digger, you know. But it's a joke because of course I'm married to her because I love her, and but I listened that in the week before my marriage, a friend of my mother-in-law was asking to her if I was marrying her, my wife, if I was marrying my wife by because I want her money. And my wife, sorry, and my mother-in-law stopped that friendship because she know me and she doesn't want someone saying something bad about me. And today I can say my mother-in-law, it's like a mother to me because she believed me and she supported me during my career. Nowadays, my wife doesn't work, and I make much more money than she made in her entire life. And thanks God about that. But my wife believed in me because I was broken when she met me. So it's a joke in our family. I married by interest, you know, for her money. It's
In the
just a
final,
joke.
she did digger with you in the end.
Yeah, exactly. It was the opposite. Nowadays, it's the opposite. And my wife say if something happened to me, I don't know if I die or something, she will never experience the same situation again. She will try to meet someone with money and a stable financial health, you know, because now she had kids, you know, and she's not working anymore, so she need to be prepared if something goes wrong. It's a joke, all right? You use in our family. Anyways, let's move on. Um, I will start with this question with you, Rodrigo. Can you read the question number 4, please?
Yes. Would you ever leave your country forever? In these moments, I think no, because I have I I think I want to care for my mom, who live alone near to me, because my dad is died. I to 20 and 22. Um, After these moments, my mother has more helping me in the simple things, but she's okay. I think it's more complex. I live in the Brazil. I live in the Brazil because this. If I had the opportunity in the live in my mom too, it's okay for me, but it's not so simple because I have two daughters and my mom. Not good idea for me in this time. I think in this,
All right.
guys.
Thank you. And what about you, Osvaldo?
Wow, it's a hard question. Uh, but I would leave my country forever, I guess, because I'm pursuing these goals for a long years ago. I'm trying to obtain my Spanish citizenship. I'm closing to get that because yeah, I've got all documents necessary in this process, and I'm waiting the Spanish consul about that. I'm just waiting. It's the final step. Um, but of course, I have my mom with some health problems, like he look like Rodrigo said, she needs some helping. But how can I say that, guys? I don't have a good relationship with my mom and my dad, you know. I have a lot of problems during the life. In my opinion, both of them made a lot of mistakes, a lot big mistakes that influenced me along the way. So my current opinion is I would leave my country forever. But when that time come, I don't know what I would think about that. You know, that's it.
All right, Osvaldo, thank you. And what about you, Tainá? It's an interesting question to you. What do you think about leave your country forever? Or maybe why you take this decision? Because nowadays you are living in another country.
No, in my case, I don't live forever for my culture because I live abroad and there is no better place than your country where you speak the language, have your family and friends. I think nothing replace your roots. But I understand who needed to live forever for
All
the
right.
country. Yeah.
But you expect someday go back to Brazil or not?
Yes, I want to save my more money and come back to Brazil and buy my own house and stay in Brazil.
Okay, so you don't have plans to live forever in Netherlands or live in Netherlands?
Scotland.
No, here you got
Scotland,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Taina. And what about you, Lurian? What do you think about live Brazil forever?
I have this possibility, but I will not think will be forever. If this option is forever, like I don't have choice, I need to guarantee a lot of things here. No, I have my dog, so I need to take my family too. I need to think about a lot of things. I could live in another country, no problems. I think I would love this experience, but I need to think about how I can continue provide like assistance for my parents, um, for my family here. Like I have a niece, she's 3 years old. I want to be part of her life. So I think it's better for me. Don't live like forever, never visit. So if it's this condition, I can visit sometimes, it's okay. But if I can never visit, I will
Connection problem
probably,
with me? Oh,
yes,
oh, sorry.
you, no,
I
it's
think
okay.
I got a connection problem here, but I'm listening you. Go ahead.
Yes, I was just thinking I would um, do a lot of things since I will be far for forever. I cannot come back. think about the assistant, like I said, to try to keep a routine to talk with my family and my friends sometimes in a call phone, like in a video phone, and that's it. I cannot imagine this possibility like never come back, but I don't have problems to live abroad. So that's it.
All right. That's interesting. When I was younger, and I was single, I think a lot about moving to another country like Australia, because speaking English, and I always enjoy the English communication or English language. But since I got married at the beginning, before we had kids, I had this interesting, but it was not a priority in my life. But right now, I had 100% of sure I wouldn't leave Brazil forever. Maybe I had plans in the future to move to USA. I don't know, staying there 2 years, doing a master degree, and then going back. But I need to take my wife and my kids because I think it will be good to the kids had this kind of experience, studying in English environment. It would be good to their careers, of course, and then go back to Brazil because I like the way we live here. I'm close to my family since we lost my father-in-law 2 years ago. This changed a lot our family. Of course, we are close at that time, but later when he passed away, we get more closer. We always travel together with my mother-in-law, with my brother-in-law, and after this, we do at least 3 travels per year together as a family. So this is the reason I wouldn't leave Brazil forever. And I already asked my mother and my mother-in-law if I move to USA for staying there 2 years, if they go with me, and my mother-in-law say, "Oh, of course, I would love this experience, but you have plans to go back to Brazil?" And I say, "Yeah, I have plans to go back to Brazil." And she said, "Oh, this way I could travel with you because I know I would go back to Brazil because she doesn't want to move just like us." But my mother say, "Oh, I wouldn't go to live in another country." It was interesting because my mother-in-law said she would travel with us, but my mother, my real mother, doesn't want to travel with me and staying there 2 years. Anyways, it's interesting. Okay, we are getting close to the end of our conversation, but we have time to a final question. And this one, it's interesting. I want to listen from you, Osvaldo. Question number 5. Can you start reading, please?
Okay, would you ever skydive? I had this opportunity when I lived in Boituva. I don't know if you have heard about the city. It's a skydive capital here in
Yeah.
Brazil. But oh man, that's so expensive. I remember 3 years ago, if you want to skydive with taking pictures and movies, you would spend more than 600 reais. For me, it's a lot of money to almost die. So today I don't have this. I don't want to skydive. So some years ago, maybe. That's it.
But just because of money, not because
Because
the
I have fear
challenge.
as well. No, I have fear as well.
Okay. Okay. You get older and you get more fear to die. All right, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
And what
yeah.
about you, Rodrigo?
Guys, I thinking yes, but I have on list these thinkings I want to do before I am dead, and the skydrive is stay in my list. But I am afraid for hate places in the I'm afraid a lot in the highest place. And I don't think in this specific time, okay, jump. I am courageous for the jump. But I think try to in the future the jump, but I don't always I am doing this. That's it.
All right. And what about you, Luria?
I think yes, I would. I'm a kind of adventurous person, so always I jump off the waterfalls. I did these kind of things, but I never. Once I was in CN Tower, is a big tower in Toronto, and there is a possibility that you go to the top and you just hope hold you in the top and you just like you are flying. So I did this in the past, but I think I will do in some moment. It's just I need to have the opportunity. It's expensive, so I need to save money to do this too. But one thing interesting, like people said to me, that I'm like that now. When I have kids, if I have kids, of course, I will stop to do this because I will worried about that. And I say, no, no, please don't say that because I want to keep my mind like that, my adventurous mind. Luria, it's impossible. I was like you before, but when when I had a kid, I just she said, my friend, she said cagona, like I was just worried about. So I said, no, please don't say this. But it's I think it's true because it's a common opinion. So I will try to enjoy a lot before that, and that's it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your good answer. And what about you, Taina? Would you ever skydive?
No, I'm afraid of heights. I
So
don't.
that's a conclusion. You will even try.
No, I wouldn't even try. I don't
Okay,
like it.
that makes sense, and that's interesting because since I was a kid, it's a dream that I have. I remember watching movies and Sessão da Tarde about skydiving, and there was a really good one. The guys do those formations in the sky, and some championship about skydiving, and I love to watch those movies. And it's a dream that I had since I remember, but as Oswald said, it's true too expensive to me. At least when I was younger, I didn't have money. And nowadays, of course, I'm not rich, but I have money to buy this. At least at the credit card, I have a credit card to pay for this. But I married a I don't want to say this expression. I married the wrong woman because I love my wife, but I married a physiotherapist, and the bad luck is because she treat a guy who do skydive and his parachute didn't open. So my wife had this experience. The guy didn't die, the parachute didn't open, the guy didn't die, and she had to take care of him a lot of time. And she saw how he was suffering because he had mental problems. He break the backbone and become paraplegic. I don't know if right. So when I met my wife, one day we start to discuss about that. I want to do skydive, and she said, "I will never do that, and I don't allow you to do that because I saw a guy who his parachute didn't open, and this was so traumatic to her and I accept what she think. And nowadays, I I don't want to say I give up about this dream. I had some hope maybe in the future she changed her mind, but we have a agreement in our marriage. If both doesn't agree about something, that we doesn't do that thing. So if I want to do skydiving, but my wife doesn't agree, I will not skydive. If I want to buy a car and my wife doesn't agree, we will not do that. And even if my wife want to do something, I don't know, moving or do a travel or something, if both doesn't agree, we doesn't do that thing. So I can live without doing skydiving, but yeah, if I had the opportunity, I will do that for sure. But my wife said if they got the tunnel window, uh, tunnel de vento, do you know? The guys are flying. She is open to do that, but real skydiving, no. That's it. All right, guys, I want to say thank you